very simply, before December the 18th, 1958, I had, on many occasions, rebelled against being racially segregated in public transportation. On this particular occasion, armed with a knowledge of the history of my family, my mother, Mrs. Boynton there, my father, who is no longer with us. And as a senior student at Howard University's law school, it was not difficult for me, completely unplanned, by myself, in getting off of the Trailway bus in Richmond, Virginia, where I had a 30-minute layover to get something to eat. It was not difficult for me not to go into the colored restaurant that had water on its floor, completely unsanitary, and indeed I was insulted for that very idea that I would be asked to eat in that place. When I looked out in the bus station and saw a white, clinically clean restaurant where I sat down. Indeed, I recognize the difference between being in Selma, Alabama and Richmond, Virginia. So I did not expect that I would be killed, as very well I could have had I tried it in Montgomery, as you all very well know. I ordered a cheeseburger and tea and cream. The waitress took my order, and I expected that I would be served in Richmond, Virginia. However, the manager came back, pointed his finger in my face, and he said, "Nigger, move." While I did not have a plan of what I would do, the very statement and the action of the manager galvanized me into saying no. I was arrested. The case was taken to the United States Supreme Court. It was the last case, indeed, that Thurgood Marshall argued before the court, before he was appointed the United States Solicitor General. The case was actually decided on my original argument to the police court in Richmond, Virginia, that as a passenger in interstate commerce, I should not be bound by the local laws of racial segregation. Actually, when the case was argued, well, before the case was argued, the Supreme Court had agreed to hear the case, and then it had some misgivings. And this I know from viewing the notes of the justices. And there were some very critical issues in that case. It was not really a slam dunk. It wasn't a slam dunk because the restaurant was not owned by the Trailway bus station. It was owned by private individuals. And Supreme Court Justice Warren was asked by others that perhaps this was not the right case for the court to decide. I am informed that he was impressed with my courage, and he said that there could not be a better time. The Supreme Court decided the case on the basis of interstate commerce. I was not able to practice law for 3 years, 6 years in Alabama, but the rest of it, you all have certainly made the history. And for this, I thank you, I praise you.
I'm Catherine Burks Brooks, and I'm originally from Birmingham, Alabama, although my family came out of Selma, Alabama. And every time I come to this church, I think of our family church there of Mount Olive Baptist Church out in Sardis. Now, I am a retired Avon manager. My field is education. I am a substitute teacher. I work about 2 or 3 days a week, and I give all my little children the same name, my little darlings, or my little confused darlings. And I'm mentioning my little darlings because I would like to invite all of you all into wherever you live or whatever school is close to you, go into those schools and help. 10 years ago, I was surprised at what I found and what's coming down the pipe that we need to do something about now before we have to build more prisons. That's right. One more thing. Let's keep our history alive, and I want to thank the people of Montgomery. I was with that first bus that came into Montgomery.
All right.
I was with the ones that was put in the black cab, and we made it to a black community. And the lady let us in. I was also with that group that Bull Connor put out on the state line between Alabama and Tennessee. And I'm wondering if it's too late for me to sue. Well, since it's you all controlling it now, I won't look into it. But I want to say thank you and think about my little daughter.